Okay, we're going to start this podcast a little different. We need some good mojo for the Leafs. Elimination game for Ottawa tonight. Leafs are up 3-2, potentially going to blow a 3-0 lead. This song, back in the day, came out 14 years ago.
Okay.
This remix came out 14 years ago. And this song fires me up. I listened to it like 10 times today, and I just need the Leafs to know that this is what we're playing before the game.
Mafia. Hey, hey, hey.
Ooh, Mackie's about to act a fool, yeah.
Go, let's go.
Timmy's about to act a
diver,
fool, yeah.
Go, let's go.
All right.
And that's a great note to start on. Welcome
intro.
back to another sports podcast brought to you. Oh, I messed that up. Welcome back to another sports podcast because it's exactly what the world needs is another sports podcast. We're the Sweaty Trio, and we are glad to be back in the locker room.
Are we glad to be back, though, given the circumstances tonight's game?
I'm always glad to be back in the locker room. I don't know about you boys.
This is my favorite part of the week.
Yeah, man.
I mean, yeah, I love doing the podcast, but I would have rather this series be over.
I mean, the Leafs were going to give us some jitters regardless. There was nothing we could do to get out of it.
It's never easy with these guys.
But don't worry, we'll get into that. Today we have the Leafs game on live. What's that ringing? Did you hear that? No, you got old ears. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was weird.
Oh, man. Regardless.
You know what it is? It's the sports world talking about us. That's why our ears are ringing.
The silence is
It's
deafening.
the podcast where I'd be like, man, those shitty trio podcasts. I tell you.
I want to start this pod by mentioning we had an amazing interview with George Visger. He is an ex-NFL player, an advocate for men's mental health, an advocate for health and safety in football. We had an unbelievable conversation with him.
Great guy.
He took us through his experience. Pretty much, he told us his life story.
His trials and tribulations, his struggles, I don't want to ruin it, but that was the most fun I've ever had talking to someone.
Yeah.
That was the most eye-opening conversation
Right?
I've had about football and sports. Like, you watch the movies like Concussion and all this stuff that kind of gives you an
And
idea.
you hear about it in like the media, but to talk to someone that like
First-hand
has dealt with
experience,
that,
yeah.
that was
on
fucking
top
cool.
of it all, inspirational to see him come out the other side and be unbelievably better for all the trials that he's been through.
And to be like an advocate and like a trailblazer for this shit is, man, he's such a beauty. I can't wait.
It was awesome.
Are we saying the day we're dropping that?
Yeah, so we're dropping this tomorrow. It'll be Friday.
This is dropping tomorrow.
Oh no, this is dropping tomorrow, Friday. George will be dropping on Monday.
So our regular scheduled Monday drops is gonna have a special little feature.
Yeah,
Check out social media for a little teaser.
Absolutely, and make sure you're liking, subscribing, commenting, and sharing everything.
Like
You gotta show us
usual.
what we like, so that we can keep doing what you like. Guys, there's a big question going around the Twitter sphere, social media. I'm gonna get right into it. 100 men versus one gorilla. Who's winning? We're taking 100 random men, just randomly selected around the world, draft style, conscription, versus one silverback gorilla. Call him what? What's the silverback gorilla weigh? 400 pounds?
It's average 450 pounds.
So we'll give him a 500-pound gorilla, put him on the bigger side. They got a bite force of 1,500 pounds. They can carry up to 4,000 pounds. Who's winning? The 100 men or the gorilla?
100 men.
I'm with you.
No weapons. Just
No
bare,
weapons.
Bare knuckle.
It's
In
just
this situation,
open field circle.
it's quantity over quality.
100%.
Do you understand that if 20 men are standing and trying to surround this gorilla and he swings his arm, they're dead?
No, those guys wouldn't be dead.
Dude, they would like have broken bones from their stomach, like their hips to their neck. Everything would be shattered.
You have
They'd
to
basically
remember-
be dead.
You have to remember, that's only a fifth of the people. The gorilla makes that one swing,
swing.
and then he has another 40 on the other side of
Yeah.
him, ready to just get back control.
Those people are the guinea pigs.
100%.
The gorilla wins, I'm telling you.
Like, we can argue this all day.
This
But-
needs to happen.
I'm a firm
Be a
believer.
pay-per-view.
I'm a firm believer that only 10 can do it. So I asked you boys before this pod to make a list of your 10 guys
Okay.
that can take on one 500-pound silverback gorilla. And I want to hear it. Whoever's first, start shouting them out.
All right, I have my list. Can I walk through my thought process?
100%.
Okay, so I went. My list contains WWE wrestlers, NFL players, NBA players, NHL players, and one MLB guy.
NBA, eh?
MLB.
Yeah,
That's
so I went WWE. I went Roman Reigns. I think he's the guy that could spear the fuck out of that guy. John Cena because you can't see him,
Nice.
and Dwayne the Rock Johnson because he's gonna fucking rock bottom the shit out of that gorilla.
That sounds like a good.
Oh, great.
My
choices.
NFL players, Aaron Donald.
Nice.
Yeah.
100%.
And one of the heaviest motherfuckers to ever play, Vince Wilfork. That big D lineman that was on the Pats for forever.
That the gorilla will have 20 minutes alone with him.
I got LeBron
Nice.
because he's in like the best shape ever, even at 40.
Yeah, 100%.
And Shaq.
Shaq is a
Yeah.
good one too.
That makes
My
sense.
NHL players, because I need toughness out there. I got Tom Wilson,
Public enemy.
and I need some size out there, so I got Zdeno Chara.
Nice.
And I was going through this with ChatGPT just to organize it, and I said, give me a list of steroid users in baseball. Now, I know they don't have the bat, but if you look at photos of this player when he was a Pittsburgh Pirate before he came over to the San Francisco Giants, his head grew like 6 times after he started taking steroids, and that's Barry Bonds. So that's my list.
That's a pretty good fucking list, Michael.
All right. This was my thought process. We need the element of surprise. So only 9 of my guys are going to be useful. So we're sending in Dak Prescott first. But not only is it Dak, it's going to be him doing his stupid hip thrusts. That'll be the distraction. And then the rest of the guys are going in. So here's the list. Ron Artest, but instead of changing his name to Meta World Peace, it's Meta World War.
Nice.
George Pickens after throwing an interception.
Oh man.
And then we got to get some weight. So we got Mark Henry and Ray Lewis.
Nice.
Nice.
Like you said, we need some toughness. RIP, but we're bringing back for this. Bob Probert.
Oh,
Okay.
legend.
Huge one.
Andy Reid when McDonald's runs out of cheeseburgers. Osama's 6'7" enforcer and Chell.
Beast. That guy's a fucking monster.
LeVar Ball pre-amputation.
Two-leg LeVar.
Two-leg LeVar and Alex Pereira.
It doesn't matter. Alex Perez a crazy one. Bolt on. He's the Aztec.
He might take it one-on-one, honestly.
He's got jungle experience.
La leg.
I went with a similar thought process for Michael. You need that. You need someone out there who's just gonna have no fear and just get dummy, so the next 9 guys can take their shots. So the first one I have Tua. He has no fear. He's gonna run out there and he's gonna get CTE.
Hold on. Is he wearing a Guardian cap?
He's
for this?
wearing nothing.
Okay.
He's gonna go out there and get powerbombed by the gorilla directly on his neck. Gang signs to the moon. And then the guys you have coming in after, you have Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead.
Nice.
Unkillable.
Nice.
Antonio Brown, no fear.
Crash, oh god.
Now is he punting? Is he gonna?
He does have cleats.
Okay.
He has cleats on, so
Okay.
that's.
So he's gonna kick. He's gonna punt the gorilla.
My idea is that he's gonna run up the gorilla's back, cleats into his spine,
Like
and then
one-handed
give him one
grab.
finish.
A toe tap on the head for the touchdown.
Toe tap. Both cleats go into its skull. I have Cletus from Buried Zombies, that big fucker in the cage.
Oh yeah.
I have Lawrence Taylor because the best thing that you do, you buy the insurance. I have Vontez Burfict. Ideally, Vontez Burfict and Antonio Brown are on 2 separate sides of the gorilla, and Vontez Burfict wants
gonna
to
be
take
fighting each
APO.
other.
That's the goal.
He's gonna blindside hit the gorilla.
Exactly. You just get the gorilla shoulder to the head. This gorilla has CTE. You win. Khabib, because back control is going to be the biggest thing here. It's going to be all about grapple game. Dan Severn, same situation. Just a heavyweight Khabib. Draymond Green, obviously. He's going to swing.
Obviously.
And last one, Jalen Carter, bro. Come on. Fucking blitz the line. Take him down. Darren Donald 2.0.
I think you win on your list, and it's only because of one guy, and it's because of Khabib and the fact that he was wrestling bears in Russia.
That's...
Yeah,
I didn't even
that was a
think
good
about
thought
that when I put him in
process.
there, actually. I was just thinking back control. You know, he's going to get him out, get him flat back.
He
and then
wrestled
fucking,
bears in fucking, I almost said Florida, in Russia.
In Florida.
He's going to ground and pound. But, I mean, Taylor's the only one that's delusional here that thinks the gorilla's going to win.
Yeah.
The gorilla's gonna win. We'll put a poll out.
We'll put a poll out. We'll build these teams and we'll put them on our
we'll
social
put 'em
media.
on, and when you guys let us know.
All right, now to get into the actual sports. None of this fake shit anymore. The NHL.
Woohoo.
See how the Leafs fall, boys.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, I will say, for it being so deadly in here, like the aura being so down, we're still pretty energized. We're still bringing it.
Okay, so a week ago we were sitting here and we watched Simone Benoit put the Leafs up 3-0.
Yep.
A week later, we have the Leafs lose a heartbreaker in overtime, and then maybe the worst fucking game I've ever seen this group of players play.
Specifically Austin Matthews.
The core 4 was -4.
Oh, Mitch Marner was dog shit.
Marner
did you
was
see
dog
Willie's
shit, too.
back check on
I want to say that was almost worse than Matthews' turnover. Because I feel like Nylander may not catch the guy, but at least put some pressure on him.
Oh, you got to at least, it's playoffs, man. Make a play.
And he's got wheels.
And then Marner as the defenseman is just like, do I take the pass? Do I take the shot? Just pick one. Just
literally.
pick one.
Literally.
Just lay down on a 2-on-1. That's all you can do.
Just pick one. Give your goalie the shot, take the pass away.
I will say, though, even I don't want to use this as a benchmarker for playoffs and how you should conduct yourself, but Mark Scheifele against Montreal, empty net, the guy was scoring the
Love
goal,
it.
Fucking
Fucking
level.
and he fucking destroyed him.
Destroyed him.
Not to say that that's the standard, that's what you should be doing, but put some fucking heart out there. It's an empty net, and he's still
You
laying
like what he
upon.
stands for.
100%. He doesn't want to lose. He doesn't want to see an empty net go in. Willie doesn't care, clearly.
No.
Like, it's bullshit.
It's his birthday today, though, so maybe he'll fucking bury.
Yeah, man, his nuts are probably empty. He's got no fucking testosterone left.
So, yes or no? Take emotion out of it. Take bias out of it. You're watching this game. You have hockey knowledge. You see the rosters. You've watched the games. You're not a fan of anyone. Who's winning this game?
It's the Leafs.
Sens.
I'm using the LeBron logic here. When a team gets beat up that bad in the fucking playoffs, the hardest game is going to be the game after that.
I mean, the Lakers got beat up again last night.
Superman, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. Lakers are fine.
But
It was better.
Lakers lose.
We'll get into that.
I think Ottawa has like a legitimate shot at winning this series.
They do. They seriously do.
Don't say that.
They do.
Don't say that.
Man.
They have all the momentum right now. Ulmark, his last 2 games has been unbelievable.
So the only reason I'll say the Leafs are going to win this game, and Ottawa has a legit shot. Ottawa's a good team. I was listening to Overdrive today, and Brian Hayes made a great point. He always makes great points. He said, the Leafs have been in this scenario before. Win or lose in their history, they know the pressure, they know the style, they know how intense this game is. Ottawa has not, other than Perron and Giroux. So, Ottawa is going to be playing nervous because the pressure's now on Ottawa as well.
Yeah.
This is not a series for Ottawa to be like, well, we got our feet wet in the playoffs and we played a couple games and beat a good team. 2 games, but we lost in 6. Ottawa's expectation and their media have been saying that they are going to win this series. You don't think the players think that? They have pressure on them now. So Ottawa might come out scared. Ottawa might come out, now they might come out flying, but they also might come out like, holy shit, we've never been here before. We might fucking shit the bed here. And maybe the Leafs go, fuck, we've been here before. We're going to lose Marner at the end of the year. What else do we have to lose? Let's go balls to the wall tonight. I don't know. Maybe.
it's not a bad thought. But
the Leafs could also come out so scared and timid that they are down 3-0 at the end of the
and
first.
we've dealt with this for the past, we'll call it 7 years, I guess, because that core 4 wasn't that much playoff experience when they got into the league. Mm-hmm. But since 2018, closeout games. What's their record again?
1-13.
Yep.
What's their power play?
1 for 31. And the save percentage is okay. It's not great. I think it's like 906 or something.
We have to talk about that, the 4-minute power play.
In overtime in game 4?
Oh, my fuck. Was it in overtime?
Yeah, once they didn't score,
idiotic.
you knew it was over.
Yeah. That was like the biggest momentum killer.
And that's where you got to give Ottawa credit, man. Matthews hit a post, but they did. Other than that, the Leafs had no real threat. Nope. Now, Tavares wasn't on the ice, but that's no excuse.
Every other team in the league isn't running 5 forwards. They're running 4-1.
100%. No, I agree with you. Ottawa had a great game, and Ottawa beat the shit out of the Leafs in game 5.
They take away ice so well. They just give the Leafs
Jake
nothing
Sanderson
to work
is
with.
the best defenseman in this series.
He's a stud.
Yeah.
He is a stud.
It's unbelievable the way that
disgusting.
they just like hem the Leafs in their zone.
He's so good.
Fuck. Do they consider blowing it up if they lose? If they lose this series, if they blow it 3-0.
Yeah, I mean,
What-
you're not
That's the
bringing
most
it back.
embarrassing.
What do you define blowing it up?
You're not getting rid of Matthews. Nylander just signed. You're not getting rid of him.
He has a full no move. He doesn't have to go anywhere. You have to let Marner and Tavares go.
Exactly. That's blowing it up, essentially.
Yeah.
Because everyone else is replaceable. Everyone else is
Then
just
half of your
additives.
core 4, whatever you want to call them, is gone.
Yeah. And then you just
And then
have...
you take that money and you do something with it, I guess. I
Yeah,
don't
your
know.
goalies would be the same next year, probably.
Okay, if the Leafs blow this series, it'll be the 5th time in 214 times in NHL history that's happened. Are you going to watch a game? Like, are you a fan still after that? Can you
Yes.
come back as a Leaf fan watching this team that has wasted these players' primes? They've wasted their primes. Matthews is turning 27. Now, he's not 40.
I also
but-
want to ask, though, is it the organization or is it...
No, it's not.
Is it bigger
No,
than that?
no.
In my head, it's bigger than that. It's Scotiabank. It's the arena.
No,
it's
no,
the Toronto
no,
culture.
It's
no.
always on the players.
No.
Always. Because they've had GM, maybe not GM after GM, but they've had a few different GMs. They had Keefe, they had Babcock, now they have Berube, who's been there and won a cup with a very, not shitty team, but not a great team.
You know what it is? It's the organization. I'll give you that, but it's the organization's fault for the mentality that the players have. Since those guys came into the league, they've been nothing but pampered. They've been handed, here's no move clause, here's $10 million, here's an 8-year deal, here's whatever the fuck you want. The only one that got pushed to the brink was Nylander, and he still ended up getting what he wanted.
Yep.
At the end of
Yeah.
at the end of that deal, he still ended up getting what he wanted. Look at Biz.
Love that guy.
So I think it's a bit of both, but at the end of the day, both Dubas and Tree Living and Lamoriello put together good rosters. It's up to the players to win.
But man, like, the thing about Toronto specifically, is the real fans cannot get in the building.
Sure.
They cannot get in the building.
Sure.
It's suits. It's the people who have
Yeah, you're right.
$1,000 to spend.
Sure.
Like, you can't get in the lower bowl as a real fan. We can't get in the lower bowl.
No, it hurts for sure.
And then on top of it, even in the nosebleeds, you're spending $500 to go, $400-500
To stand.
Like,
I agree with you.
Who's really in the building? Are you telling me that it's the fans like in Ottawa who are going to scream and not be embarrassed for being like a diehard fan versus these Toronto suits who spent all this money? They want to go. They spent another $25 on a beer. They're just going to sit there and watch the game and enjoy their time because they spent the money versus actually being a fan.
I'm curious about it because you look at like, and I'm not even saying like Ottawa. I'm saying big markets, the Rangers, Montreal, Chicago, Detroit. Like those teams don't have the corporate like affiliation that the Leafs do with the lower bowl being all suits. Yet when those teams are good, they're fucking the Bell Center is the best arena in the NHL. Madison Square Garden is shaking when you're in there.
Yeah.
Like those fans are real fans. And yes, it might cost you $500 to go sit lower bowl in Madison Square Garden, but it's not costing you $1,300.
We sat 5 rows behind the net at the Lakers game in Crypto.com, formerly Staples Center. 5 rows behind LeBron.
And they played OKC, right?
They played Denver.
Denver.
We had Jokic on the thing. Like, what a matchup. We paid 500 Canadian to sit on the floor. You could smell LeBron.
Yeah.
The Leafs, like, this is ridiculous,
You're
bro.
eating
It's
the
idiotic.
chalk coming from the sky.
Who's been the worst Leaf through these last 2 losses?
The last 2 losses?
2 losses.
Oh boy, pick your poison.
Pick one.
Mine's Matthews. I mean, he's just
Marner.
not doing what he's supposed to do.
I'm going to say, actually, Willie was fine in game 4. The last 2 losses, I think Morgan Riley's been complete dog shit the last 2 series, or the last 2 games.
Yeah.
He's, and you know what? No, fuck. You know what I'm going to say? Since he scored the overtime winner, Max Domi has been horrendous. He's been horrendous.
that's-
But
a
you
valid
also
answer.
actually said to the game that he scored the game winner. If you take the game winner away, he had
He's
a
the worst player
horrible
on the
game.
ice. He's been the worst player on the ice.
Yeah.
Minus that 30-second shift where he scored the OT winner, he's been the worst player on the ice in 3 straight games.
Yeah.
Did you watch like his first like 3, like him specifically, his first 3 shifts of last game, like the half period? He fanned on maybe 2 shots, whiffed on a few passes. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You got cement hands?
At least go out there and fight. Be what your dad was, man. Like,
Go level someone.
literally.
That's what we pay him to do. We don't pay him to score 20 goals. He'll pot you like 10, 15, which is solid, but we pay him to be the nitty-gritty guy that he is, and he has not been that guy.
No.
Man, are we ever going to see Wooler on this series?
No.
Even if it goes 7. Dolores has not been the issue.
No, he's not.
All right, TV timeout.
TV timeout. We're going to come back to some NHL while we watch the first period of the Leafs game. Talk to you soon. We are back from that commercial break. Let's get back to some of this NHL, boys. So, a couple series have ended.
Oh, Leafs recap. First period. Real
Leafs
quick.
recap.
Leafs are up 1-0.
Overall, pretty good period, I'd say.
That was a good period of hockey. The Leafs are sloppy defensively, but they're winning, so whatever.
Yeah, we'll take it.
I don't know how they get him in their zone so fucking bad. I don't get it. I just don't.
They can't break out. This is why I'm like, if they play Florida, we'll talk about it.
They're going to get smashed. Okay. So, talking about Florida advances.
They made quick work of the Lightning.
They destroyed the Lightning. I'm actually going to pull this up.
The Lightning had, though, game 4, which would have put them at 2-2.
They pissed
Tampa
it away.
was winning that game.
Is 2 goals in 13 seconds?
2 goals in 11 seconds for
11
Tampa,
seconds.
2 goals in 11 seconds for Florida.
Yeah, it's fucked.
You want to hear a
And-
really crazy stat? In 3 Art Ross seasons, Nikita Kucherov has scored 0 playoff goals. 2019, swept by Columbus, 2 assists, 0 goals. 2024, lost to Florida in 5, 7 assists, 0 goals. Then this year, lost in 5 to Florida, 4 assists, 0 goals.
Yeah, but do you know what his stats are during their cup runs?
Okay, but these are Art Ross seasons.
93 points in 71 games.
I will say, though, Kucherov is a little different. He doesn't score.
He doesn't score.
Kucherov doesn't score like a Matthews or who else? Like an OV or like...
He's not a rocket guy.
No,
He'll never
he's
touch
not
a
a
rocket.
rocket.
Like Matthew
He'll score
Matthews.
30 to 35. He might even touch 40, but he's like 60 to 80 assists every year. So I think you give him a little bit of a break because he's over a point a game there.
Yeah, some
But
of them.
Tampa's problem this year is that they couldn't score in the playoffs
Which was so weird.
because they lit up the regular season. They
Yeah.
had almost five 20-goal scorers.
Did they?
Yeah.
That's crazy. I didn't know that. You and Michael's bet Washington advances.
They look good.
They smashed Montreal. I mean, Montreal isn't what they're
They
going
were
to be
going
in
to
5
beat
years.
Montreal. They never said they weren't going to beat Montreal. They're not going to beat Carolina. Injured New Jersey, but they beat the shit out of New
Caps in
Jersey.
6.
Okay, we'll see.
Caps in 6.
$20 on the line. We got.
Well, while we're on the subject of Carolina, isn't it weird that Taylor Hall got an extension mid-playoffs?
Did he get extended?
Yeah,
I
it's
didn't know
3
he
years,
got extended.
9.5.
It's actually a pretty good deal.
It's not bad. I just thought it was weird.
All Pionk did too. I think right in the
Yeah, he
beginning
did.
of
He got,
round
like,
one,
Didn't he almost get 7?
and they got Iafallo too signed.
Yeah.
It happens.
Is
weird.
Winnipeg done their series?
3-2. They won last night.
Nice. It's been a good playoffs. So, God, boys, it's time to check in with our bracket challenge. Some of these playoffs are wrapping up. So I'm going to pull those up on our screen right now.
I am so fucked.
We can start with NHL. Oh, my God.
Yeah, please, because
So
my
happy
NBA
to
one
open
is
Instagram
cooked.
on TV, eh? If this ever wants to load, there we go.
I am
Can you
so
full
fucked.
screen this?
I can give you a better look.
That works.
For sure. Okay, so we got Taylor's bracket in the NHL so far. What games do we have ended here? Here we go. So you had Washington advancing,
Yep.
which is still hitting. You had Florida advancing, which is still hitting. No other team has advanced yet, correct?
No, just Carolina and Florida so far.
Okay. And then Michael, how do I get to the next? Bro.
I think I had the Blues beating the Jets.
Oh, this is your bracket here. Okay.
So yeah, Michael has Tampa going through. That's done. You had Washington going through. That's done.
Easy.
Oh, it's a video.
Yeah.
Yeah, silly
That
goose.
makes a lot more sense.
You had Colorado going through. That's at risk. Vegas going through. That's probably going to happen. I had the Kings. Fuck me.
They looked like they were going to walk Edmonton.
Oh my God.
It
What
looked like
happened?
to start.
Did you see that play from Byfield with the empty net in Game 4 before the Oilers
think
won in
so.
overtime? He has the puck at like the top of the circle. Bouchard is the only defenseman standing back, and instead of putting the puck off the boards to clear the zone, the Kings are up 1 in the last minute of play. He tries to dangle Bouchard. Bouchard pokes the puck off him, and they scored. Like, you win the game if you clear that puck. You win the game, and you're winning in this series.
I will say, if you're going to try to dangle anybody, it's definitely Bouchard.
It doesn't matter. It's smart hockey in the playoffs is not that difficult. And then Osama, yeah, you have Florida going through done, Carolina going through done, Washington going through done, the Leafs going through.
Maybe.
What do you have on the West?
In the West, I have
Colorado all the way. Edmonton looks good. And then you had Vegas going through. And the Jets.
Tough.
It'll be interesting.
Our hockey ones look good. Our NHL brackets look pretty good.
And then we can milk the NHL going into our NBA brackets.
NHL?
NHL, you've been
Milked.
going into our NBA brackets.
Oh.
We have a couple more series that came to an end here. So the Bucks lost. I think me, Michael. Did you have the Bucks,
I had the
Taylor?
Bucks, too.
We all had the Bucks going through.
That is so
Clean win
unfortunate.
for the Pacers in 5.
Wow. Just wow.
Halliburton is just a man, dude.
Yeah. What the fuck was Halliburton's dad doing? Did you guys see that?
We'll get into that. Let's finish these brackets, then we can talk more on that.
Yeah, Michael's
Is
bracket's
this Michael
good.
bracket that had the Lakers going the whole way?
Yeah. They got
Yeah,
bent over by Minnesota.
Like I said earlier, Superman, Spider-Man, Ant-Man. Lakers in 5.
Which is crazy because Ant shot like shit last night and Rudy Gobert had 27 and 24.
Stephen A. said, I'm going to take him word for word. I've already used this quote before. I'm going to do it again. The best player on that court tonight, aside from LeBron, aside from Luka, was a 23-year-old making $220 million a
Playing
year,
like he's broke.
playing like he's broke.
That was a hard line.
He's
A
fucked.
hard line.
He's fucked.
He's unbelievable.
Ant-Man is the future of the NBA.
100%.
This is unbelievable. Right now, he's better than Luka. Today, he's better than Luka.
You beat him?
I don't disagree with that.
He's unbelievable. It's crazy.
So, yeah, Michael's bracket's fucked. You had...
Is this your bracket?
This is yours.
This
You
is
had
my
the
bracket.
Thunder going to the conference final with the Lakers. So, yours is fine.
Mine is okay. I lose Lakers.
You do know how bad mine is? Go to the next slide. I have the Lakers winning. They're out in 5.
Taylor's got to do the forfeit.
He has the Lakers winning and the Bucks. So those are two series that is over. But I mean, hey, we all hit OKC.
Wow, good for us.
It's a silver line right there. These NBA playoffs have been great. These NBA playoffs
They have been good.
have been real good. So we had the OKC sweep, something that I think everyone saw coming. It's just a good ass team. I said it, Batman, Superman, man. T-Wolves in 5. Now the Bucks, Mike, like you said, what the fuck was going on with Halliburton and Giannis?
Since they've won, they've only made it to the second round twice.
Yeah.
They won 4 years ago.
Well, no Dame. And who else is on that team?
But they lost last year to the Pacers too.
Giannis won without Dame.
Pacers are fucking good, man.
I know, but the Bucks have Giannis.
That's it, though. That is literally it.
Giannis won without Dame.
And they're
he didn't
fucked.
need anything else to win.
Yeah, but they had Drew Holiday and Chris Middleton when he was still somewhat decent.
And Lopez is nice.
And Lopez is good.
But the Bucks are so fucked. They have no picks. They're losing everyone this
You
year.
got to trade Giannis while you can.
Yeah.
You might
It's
as
time.
well. You gave up everything for Dame, and he tore his ACL.
It's time.
Or
It's
his
over.
Achilles.
The Bucks are going to
Achilles.
slip back into just a sad time.
Feels
Just
so
dark
bad.
time.
I would welcome Giannis with open arms in Toronto.
They're the third highest odds to get him.
Who's first? Do you know?
No idea.
What's that going
By
to
the
cost,
Lakers.
though?
Everything.
R.J. Barrett,
It might be Scotty.
and but I'm not doing
If
that.
it's centered around Scotty and 3 first-round picks, would you do it?
No, because you don't. You get better, but not really.
Okay, let's pretend Giannis has 4 years left on his contract.
It doesn't matter about the money or the term. You
pay Giannis what he wants regardless.
yeah.
If he's in the building, you
it's-
pay him.
Scotty's 23 years old.
I would do it.
Giannis is almost 30.
I would do it in a heartbeat.
No. I would do quickly or Barrett or quickly and Barrett and 3 first-round picks. Sure, no problem.
And they have no point guard.
I don't care.
He
Scotty,
runs, Scotty at the one. I'm with that.
who's the point
could.
guard for the Bucks? Oh, Dame. Okay, that's a stupid question.
Dame's injured. He's got blood clots.
Exactly.
I don't even know, honestly.
I mean, Taylor's right. I would love to see that the Scotty.
I'm not
Giannis
trading.
combo.
The only guys I'm trading Scotty for are like
Luka.
Luka or Ant, and I'm not saying straight up for all you fuck you haters in the crowd.
Jokic.
I'm saying you're packaging multiple first round unprotected picks and pick swaps, but I'm not trading him for someone who is older and very injury prone.
I want to see Giannis is very injury prone.
He misses a good chunk of games every year.
Yeah.
But he's a playoff performer.
No, he's money, but it's not worth it. I don't think because the Raptors aren't good enough. Even they're not a player away from being good. So what's Giannis gonna do? Make you a play-in team? Maybe a 4 seed?
You make the Raptors the Bucks by taking Giannis and giving up Scotty.
Yeah, you give up all
Same
your
thing.
Yeah, but the
future.
Raptors have a way better supporting cast.
That's-
Depending on
that's
what you have to give up to get
healthy.
Giannis.
Healthy, you
Yes.
would take Barrett, quickly, Dick, Pirtle, and Scotty over Giannis, Dame, Lopez, Connaughton, and Portis,
Yeah.
and Kuzma.
Yeah, Kuzma sucks. He
Kuzma
sucks.
does suck.
I would
The only
take.
reason he's averaging 20 points is because he played on the fucking Wizards and he was taking 18 shots a
Okay,
game and he
Kuzma
was making
does suck,
8.
but Giannis and Dame are better than every player on the Raptors.
Yeah.
Healthy.
I don't disagree, but the
Significantly
Raptors
better.
are deeper.
No, they're not.
And it's not close.
No, because Dame and Giannis supersede everyone on the Raptors by so much that it doesn't even matter with the depth. You could play 2v5 and the Raptors would beat.
You can run
Bucks
Giannis
would
for
beat
40 minutes, man. Like you can play him out there 38 minutes, and he's gonna.
I
More
think
efficient
Dame is
than
better
three
than
guys
Scotty.
together.
I don't think he's that much better than Scotty.
Dame's much better than
Dame
Scotty.
is
wouldn't think so.
much better than Scotty.
Yes.
Dame has had a hard go of it lately, but I mean, just look at the resume. Take the last 3 years, last 4 years. It's irrelevant.
What
Dame's way
resume?
better. Exactly. Dame's way better. I think NBAzi, you've been milk-Aussie?
Milked.
So we did the NFL draft live last week. Shedeur did not come off the board while we were recording.
That was rough.
Shedeur did not go off the board the second day. Shedeur went off the board the third day of the draft. Was he 5th round pick?
He was Steelers' division rival. He was a 5th round pick, yeah.
144.
Unbelievable. Travis Kelce said that the coach that ragged this kid out, freaking ringed him out, needs to come forward and take some accountability because
I saw that.
apparently just like this one little excerpt of this coach saying that he has an attitude problem,
The
this
thing you
and
pulled
that.
up, the article you pulled up last
Yeah.
week.
I really want to know who it was.
My guess
Probably
is Giants.
it's probably a DC or OC. It's probably an OC.
I think it's just the Giants head office. They probably he came in as a young black man with some swagger, and they were just like, "Who is this guy?"
Yeah,
Criminal
Giants
thug.
cleats. Is that the biggest fall in NFL draft history?
It's
this
gotta
guy
be.
was
It has to
this
be.
guy was going to be at one point of the year, maybe early in the year, but at one point was the number 1 pick.
Yeah.
And you get him in the 5th round. And he's 22?
Is this at all a world where some owners and some team faculty have an issue with Dion?
Yeah.
and they want to take
Yeah.
it out of
Yeah,
this kid.
no, that's part of it for sure. Deion's a character, man.
Yeah.
Love him or hate him, he's a lot.
Yeah.
He's a lot. So, you take on that baggage with Shedeur, for sure. But is that fair, though? Like, he's a kid.
He's a kid. It's nothing. He has nothing to do with
He's
his
a
dad.
kid. He's younger than you guys.
That's
Like,
fucked.
he's a
That's,
fucking
Why would you
kid.
say that?
yeah, man.
No, but I'm saying,
let me
like-
know that I haven't done shit with my life.
Like, you think, like, you guys are young, and you are. You're 26, 25, 26. Like, that's young. But this kid, like, at this point, he would have been a normal person his age. At 23, would have been graduated university a year ago. Or 1 year out of university. Like, this is an entry-level job for him. If you look at it like
It's a
that.
crazy
Like, that's
comparison.
crazy.
Yeah. And the whole situation was made even worse by the prank call.
Oh, man.
It
That,
happened to so many players.
It happened to Cooper DeJean was he got prank called like 20 times apparently. He said that he had 40 missed calls and it got to a point where he just started turning his
how are they getting their numbers?
With Coop it was a little different because he wasn't like a big name. I don't know.
I guess
He's kind of must just be in the scene with other people who are just normal people.
Maybe.
And they just share the number around. Who knows?
Falcons DC's kid must have got it from his dad's phone or something.
He got it off the iPad. So the situation
Yeah, it
was,
was unlocked.
the kid was visiting the Falcons facilities and he saw it on an iPad and he was taking a bunch of pictures of all the players or all the rookies, sorry, of their phone
he
numbers and
can't-
contact
It
information.
was
I
the
feel
Colts
bad
tight
for
end
Shedeur.
got it too.
Yeah.
I forget his name.
I feel bad for that when that happens. Like,
Oh my God.
dude, it's your dream to get drafted.
You don't fuck with that.
Shedeur put millions into this. Well, maybe not millions, but he spent a lot of money on that draft party. He had like a little cove with like spray painted walls and a
Yeah.
little couch on the inside that matched the walls so that he could be there when he
I
gets
feel
the
bad
call.
for that when that happens to the players, man. Like that's
It's fucked.
It's no class.
fucked. That's like saying you get a call from OLG and they're like, "Oh, you won Lotto 649," and you're like, "Oh my god, really?" And like, nah,
We're just doing a census.
like we're just fucking around. Like that's the same thing for these guys, man.
No, for sure, man. It's sad.
That's did you see the look on his face? Like he was playing it off, but you could tell he was like he was hurt.
The guy said, "We're the Saints. We're going to take you coming up here now." And then he goes, "Yeah, you're just have to wait a bit." And then the Saints pick goes off the board. It's like so sad. It's unbelievable.
That's sad.
I think it's a home run for the Browns as much as I hate them.
I agree. He's going to be a franchise guy.
Too bad they have 5 fucking quarterbacks though.
Even if he pans out to be like a decent starter in the NFL, getting him in the 5th round, that's a fucking steal.
100%.
I think he will be good. I truly believe he will be a good quarterback.
He has a FanDuel line. It's a special that he will have at least one 300-plus passing game.
Already?
There's a line for
Well,
that.
Browns quarterbacks go down like flies, so
We're getting this Leafs game back on. It's coming out of intermission, so we're going to get you back with more NFL right after this commercial break.
We just gotta milk this commercial break real fast.
Take it away. Brought to you by Canadian Milk. Got milk?
the Dairy Farmers of Ontario.
And we are back from Dairy Farmers of Ontario. Got milk?
A lot.
We have to actually unmilk the NFL because Taylor has an interesting question for us. What do you got for us, Taylor?
Leafs are
Oh, yes.
2-1 at the end of the second.
Leafs are 2-1.
Big goal from Willie.
They're playing
Finally.
They're playing flat in the second half of that period.
Ottawa's gonna come everything in the third.
They
They're gonna
are going to
everything.
come. Ottawa has arrived.
They're gonna come so hard.
They are arriving.
I'm gonna come.
Don't come.
All right. So I saw this on Twitter. Shout out to JPA Football. Sick account. Have you seen them?
Count.
All right. So in 2023, the Texans surprised everyone. In 2024, the Commanders surprised everyone. In 2025, the surprise team will be who? I have my
From the
answer.
draft?
No, just like overall success next year.
Oh.
Like what team was bad to mediocre last year that you could see, winning a division or going on a run. I have an answer.
I got it.
I just want to jump in and say my opposite answer is going to be the Vikings. I think the Vikings are going to go the opposite way.
I could see that.
Go
Yeah.
for 14
Yeah.
wins to 4. Michael, just say your answer because I don't have mine yet. I'm still
Jets.
thinking. Interesting.
The Jets, Jets.
I think they're going to improve severely on offense, especially with them taking a tackle in the first round. Justin Fields completely changes their system now because Aaron Rodgers couldn't fucking move at all. And I know you guys hate his attitude. I'm not a fan of it as well. And it's a complete culture change. And new coach, Brees Hall. I mean, he was healthy last year, but a little bit injured. I think Garrett Wilson takes another step this year.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't know. I don't know Fields. Like
I think 10 wins is a solid season for the Jets. A wild card spot.
that's a playoff berth.
Push for a wild card.
The Bills will win the division. But
Oh, easily.
For sure. The division's so fucking easy. I mean, it's getting there. I'm going to go ahead and say same division. I'll take the Patriots.
They did add a lot. They spent a lot of money. They drafted well. I think they drafted well. Again, we don't know, but from everything I read, that they drafted well.
And like Drake May is just gonna keep taking steps, right? And it's just.
Oh, before I say mine, speaking of the Pats, have you seen the shit about Belichick's girlfriend?
Oh my
How we not talked about this?
How
puppeteering this guy, bro.
It's like elder abuse.
It's crazy.
Everyone on Twitter thinks that she's a what's the nice word? An escort.
A hooker.
A prostitute.
'Cause on their CBS interview, she's like, "Well, how'd you guys meet?" And they're like, "We don't talk about it."
Hey, I saw that. It's crazy.
So everyone thinks that she's an escort.
She's definitely a mattress actress.
actress.
Yeah, I mean, I also saw those pictures of. I don't know if you saw that. I think it was Halloween, or maybe they were just dressing up.
Like mermaids.
There was a mermaid. He was
And
the
a fisherman?
fisherman. Yeah.
He was a.
Come on, bro.
He was the mermaid.
You had the most hard-nosed coach. Like, this was the kind of guy who's like, you got CTE, suck it the fuck up,
Yeah.
play.
You got blown up. I don't care.
And now he's like the biggest softy teddy bear with his new girlfriend.
That's funny.
It's so crazy. I mean, if I was Belichick's age, I'd probably want the same.
Yeah, I get it, but like, he also has kids. It's kind of weird. He's like 70.
Yeah, but like,
She's 25.
She's probably older than his kids.
She probably around the same age. Yeah.
you've seen glory in every single aspect of your life except for in the bedroom. So you might as well make that happen before you
I don't
go.
know. Maybe his ex-wife's good looking.
If she's anything his age, it's nothing compared to this 21-year-old.
Maybe. My surprise team is the Bears. I really actually think the Bears.
The Bears!
The Bears.
The
Even
Bears!
after last year.
Yeah. They got better.
Everyone was so high on them last year.
They got better. They did.
They did.
And I think Caleb Williams will take a step. He was pretty good.
He was fine.
He got sacked a ton.
Yeah, his offensive line was
Did you
so
say he's
bad.
okay?
He's okay.
Oh.
He's not great.
He's not great.
He's good.
He played. Patrick Mahomes had a horrible season, and he played comparatively to Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, but that's
Yeah.
Patrick Mahomes.
But Patrick Mahomes had a horrible season.
Caleb Williams is
By his
interesting.
standard.
I think the Bears will be better next year. I think they're a playoff team. Especially if the Vikings take a step back. There's a
Yeah.
spot in that division that opens up for a wild card spot.
Actually, I'm going to change my answer. I mean, I guess it doesn't really work, but the Rams. The Rams could be crazy with Devontae Adams now.
They could probably win.
And they
the
still have
division.
Cooper Kupp, no?
Yeah, the Niners got
yeah,
worse. The
Cooper Kupp
Seahawks got better, though.
I think they got better too.
The Seahawks got better.
Seahawks got better.
And the Cardinals got better.
You did lose DK for the Seahawks.
Their receiver room is still a little bit questionable, but if Kenneth Walker is healthy, they're dangerous.
But
Yeah.
JSN is that guy.
That guy.
He's unbelievable.
He
Was
beast.
that guy.
He's nice.
So we'll see. But anyway, it's just a cool thing I saw on Twitter. It would be an interesting question for the pod.
I mean, I think we've covered all the crazy sports news, guys. There's nothing left. It's just us and the Leafs. It's us and our thoughts.
So we got one more period. Leafs are playing pretty good. Stolars is playing really well.
The largest king.
What do
I'm
we
just gonna
think?
look at the camera. I'm like, you're gonna have to duet our old video when we were talking about who starts game one with this video, because I apologize, Stolars. You are king.
Yes,
you
king.
are our savior. You are Jesus Christ himself. And I don't know what we would do with Joseph Wool in that. It'd be sad.
Wall's good. I don't think there was a wrong choice starting it. I just think Stolars was the right choice.
And you made the right call on that.
This might be a shorter pod. This is kind of it. You guys got anything else?
I mean, we can wrap it up after the Leafs game. We get a little post-game reaction.
We're gonna get a nice post game reaction. Unless we lose, and then there's no outro for this podcast.
The outro is going to be me killing myself.
Quick NFL trivia for you. From the 2023 season, these are all ChatGPT generated.
Okay.
It's multiple choice.
Nice.
First one to answer wins. Which quarterback led rookies in passing yards during the 2023 regular season?
CJ Stroud.
I didn't even have to say the questions. All right, CJ Stroud it is.
I'm quick with it.
Which NFL team had the best record in the 2023 season? And you have to say the record.
It's 1 and 2.
The Niners, the Ravens, the Eagles, or the Chiefs?
The Niners, and they went 14-3.
You're wrong.
Fuck.
I'll say the Chiefs at 14-3 as well.
You're wrong. The Ravens at 13-4.
That was the best record? Wow.
That's pretty shitty.
All right, number 3. Who led the NFL in receiving yards in 2023? Tyreek, CD, Jettas, or Amon-Ra?
Jettas.
Tyreek.
You're both wrong.
Fuck. Fuck, I'm on
The
wrong.
CD's coming out year.
Oh, man.
Came out of the closet.
1749.
That's fucked.
How much?
He had a
1749.
1700 season.
Okay, last one. Which team did the Detroit Lions beat for their first playoff win since 1991? The Bucks, the Packers, the Rams, or the Vikings?
Packers.
The Vikings.
Guys, it was Stafford's return to Detroit.
Oh, my God.
We bet on it, too.
Oh my God, boys! It was the Rams.
I win.
Oh, we might just have to cut this whole segment.
That was pathetic.
That was just a horrible display of
That
ball
was
knowledge.
pathetic.
I win.
I don't even
got
want to
one.
do this podcast.
Did you
anymore.
get one?
I got one.
Who'd you get?
The first one,
Stroud.
CJ Stroud.
Oh, yeah.
The options were Richardson, Bryce Young, Will Levis, or CJ Stroud.
Will.
If we're
Guy
talking
puts
about
mayo in his coffee.
if we're talking about iconic memes, meme of the week.
Will Levis doing this. Do you remember when he fumbled the ball and then leveled the guy who returned the fumble and then got the fumble back? That was so fucking funny. We really have nothing to talk about right now.
We have nothing to talk about. This is the first time this ever happened on the pod.
This is just a ramble.
I think we're just all a little anxious and nervous for this thing. 20 minutes, boys. All we need is 20 fucking minutes.
And the veteran has back into the lead.
You call it a coach's hunch or what? That's already in the right spot. How do you deal with the pressure? You make an outlet pass. You stretch them out. An odd man rush here. A good chance.
Wow, don't we made a fucking play. Look at this pass.
Now you got four guys deep in the zone. And watch that
goal.
Just get away from the traffic. Away from the traffic. You're ready to shoot.
Great way to make up
Screen in front. That's one again that no one ever saw.
Okay, boys,
Veteran
5 fucking
get
minutes.
away from where the
Let's go.
traffic was. Get out from the front of the net. That little bit of distance creates the time to get the shot away.
First goal for Pacioretty since December the 20th in Buffalo. And his first Stanley Cup playoff goal as a member of the
What's higher,
league.
Jake?
Now the puck turned over and Sanderson able to get it back. Back in 2015, Ottawa lost the first 3 games to Montreal. They won the next 2. They lost game 6. And Max Pacioretty scored into an empty net to clinch that game for the Canadians. As he scored an even bigger goal here tonight. Carter fires it around to Morgan Riley. Riley trying to get it in, but Drew ended up on the puck. That puck turned over though. Here's 9 in front.
Oh my God, it's a fourth post.
What a chance to provide a cushion for Toronto.
Christ.
By the way, the Leafs
Good day.
wants a minute 41 after the tying goal by Perron.
Make the right play, Carlo.
One of the most senior service guys in the game coming up with goals here in the third. Perron and Pacioretty. There's Jake McCabe making it back in. Nick Jensen. Lavadio dumps it in. And in around for McCabe. Nylander ahead. Bobby McMahon on the move. He'll fire it right off. And Omark's got to eat that. 4:02 to go. Pacioretty a go-ahead goal. Cycling it behind the net towards Tavares. McMahon and Pacioretty switching spots. Here in the third. Tavares with a chance. Stopped by Omar. Up ahead it goes for Ridley Gregg. Plays it past Benoit. Benoit off the board. Back up. Under 3.5 to go and getting into an area where we'll start watching Olmark, and when he'll leave the Ottawa net for an extra attacker that's probably at least a minute or so away if necessary. Here's Shabbat on that left side. Stutzla trying to shake the checking of Matthews as they were playing. Get a skate and ends up along the end boards. It comes loose for Stutzla. Get in front. Off the skate to Jensen. And it'll be carried up by Benoit. Up ahead. Off Marner deep.
Yeah, it's a big thing for Marner to get a piece of that. That might have been icing. That created a chance for an offensive face-off.
Anderson fires it back in. And up there as it popped up off the ledge. Brought down here. Played across and then jumps the stick of Centerland who plays it to the side of the Leaf net. Up ahead, Yardcoat trying to deflect it out. And can't do it. Clevin holds his own. Now Pinhead. Moritz. Off the board. Still
Gotta get out.
Centerland again. Plays it in behind the net. Cousins got wrapped up there with 10.
Yes. I hate how much we hear it. What's the guy's name?
Stick right on the hands of Cousins.
we just said it.
For that puck, looked immediately at the
hate how much we
official. Francis Shedeur.
11 gets to 0 by 7.
Hobart signal to the pitch, gets the ball, he's going off. Extra attacker comes on.
So much to see.
Giroux off the boards ahead. Brady Tkachuk sends it in. Carlo took the long route. Stutzla got there first. Jake Sanderson up the end of ours. There's Tkachuk behind the net. Brady Tkachuk watched by Benoit. Now it's Stutzla playing it far side for Giroux. Back to the line, Sanderson. David Perron back out there looking for another. Blake finds the net behind the cage. Battling there with Benoit. Knocked into the corner by Carlo. Still 80 seconds left. And Sanderson shot knocked out in front. Loose for Nyes. And he'll chip it away. And go after it. Here's Nyes racing to it. Beats up the icing ball. Nyes will work down low and try and keep it there. Far side as Matthews comes on. And Shabbat will get it reorganized in the final minute of the third period of game 6. Here's Centerland, redline it in. After it is Batherson, bounces down for Tavares. Cousins in the neighborhood. Played loose, Centerland behind the net. Out in front. And Nylander down the ice. And last off the ball. Icing.
That's fine. You live with that.
Nylander comes within an inch.
Same thing on a power play. I think should be waved on empty net.
Here's the non-call that Cousins wanted. Going right back to the puck right here. Turning back on it. Gets the slash into the hands. And no call made there. Nylander just trying to end this thing from one knee. Thinks he has it, and now a little bit of a curl to the left as it goes wide.
Toronto's 163% of the face-off in the game. Two of the best defensemen here. Giroux and Tavares.
Cannot wave someone with 38 seconds left in the third period of a one-goal game. Drop the puck.
Giving both a chance to stay in there. Off the draw. Back to Stutzla. Sanderson. Off the boards to that far side. Batherson for Giroux. Got tied up a little with the official. Under a half minute to go. Sanderson.
Block. Go, Willie. Go, Willie.
Nylander working out. Nylander with a step. Hold down.
Penalty. That's game.
That's it.
Series
That
is wrapped up. Get his fucking handle, boys. Let's go.
Woohoo! Round 2. Give us the Panthers. Give us Florida, baby.
Getting a huge win in the second series.
Valiant effort by the Ottawa Senators. From the get-go, one more chance, no large. A couple of more stops. And it will put the Leafs on down to the second round. And another showdown with the
Woohoo!
Fought valiantly. but
Leafs Nation. It was a fantastic series. It was a fantastic dub. So many people. We're glad to experience this with you guys.
Stay sweaty.
Leafs out of the first round. It's never.
Kachuk, Ottawa fans.
You guys can retire the joke.
Fuck you. Leafs own Ontario.
This is
The
our
Battle of
Dives.
Ontario
This
is
is our
owned by
team.
Toronto.
We bleed.
Stutzla dives. Brady
Oh,
cries.
we're the nation's
Matthew
capital.
Nyes. Leafs in
Nation's
6, baby.
capital.
Leafs
Nation's
in
capital.
6.
Fuck off, nation's capital.
This is our Leafs. This is our team. We bleed blue.